Hey guys, I am so tired today, but I gotta keep up with my promise of delivering my videos to you all. So, yes, today I have a very long day for the past 2 days. I've been running, but that's how this job goes. Every day is never the same. Welcome to my channel, Living Caregiver Uncut. This is where you get the real deal. You hear these horror stories. These are things that I've been through. These are things that family and friends been through as a caregiver. These are things that people I don't know been through that, call me and tell me their stories over the years, not just now, but over the years. So that's why I decided to create this channel because it has been on my heart, pressing on my heart to do this video because I've seen so many things, so many things. I've been doing this job for 22 years. I know what's going on. I'm still learning. There's still things every day happening and changes. So you learn along the way. Okay? So remember to go to YouTube and subscribe to my channel, like it and share it. Instagram, Facebook, Living Caregiver Uncut. This is where it all started, and this is where we continue to inform the public, everyone who is working as a caregiver, and everyone who is gonna needing a caregiver in the home to care for their loved ones. Okay? All right, so this is still the continuation of the caregiver moving in the home with the client or coming and working as a hourly staff. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the care plan where agencies are hiring these caregivers to go in for 4 hours. Well, some of the 4 hour shift is like it's for different reason, like taking doctor visits, shopping, maybe somewhere the clients need to go and they can wrap it up within 4 hours. Let me tell you something. There are other times when caregivers go in the home. This has happened to me as well, and I told them this is not my job description, and I leave the home and I call my agent. When you go in for 4 hours, because of that, I do not do 4 hour cases at all, where they employ the agency to send in someone for 4 hour. When the caregiver arrive at house, once they said for 4 hours, most time the client is living with a family member, or she can do for herself so much, but there's stuff she cannot do. Guess what? When you go there as a caregiver, thinking you're gonna help with a shower and make her a bed, fix her a meal, run to the store for her, take her wherever. No, she was given a basket of clothes to wash. She has to dust the place, want to dust the place, deep clean the house and all that. Caregivers, no, that's not your job. These 4 hour cases, you are not supposed to go in the client house to deep clean it. And they claim these 4 hours on Medicare. Hell no. Medicare is going to find out about you all who are doing that. The 4 hours is not for a caregiver to come in and deep clean your home or iron your clothes for the next 2 months. It's not, no. Nada. Nada, nada, nada. No, 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 no. It's not supposed to happen. Then, on another hand, this is my experience when I go to the home thinking I'm going to do for the client, the one client themselves, the daughter, the linen room is loaded with clothes with the daughter clothes, the grandkids clothes mixed with the client clothes, even underwear. Are you serious? My God. I was like, oh my God, what is this? I said, no. I said, ma'am, I will have to sort the clothes. Could you show me what belongs to your mom? She said, no, the agency told me that you're going to come in and you're going to wash. You're going to, listen, the dishwasher was loaded with dishes and the sink was like this with dirty dishes. You hear me? and the daughter was walking around, and the cat right there, he needs to be this and that. I was like, ma'am, excuse me, slow down, please stop for a minute. Hold on. Could you call my agency? Because this is not my job description. No. And I'm sorry, I have to leave. And I called the agency. I said so and so and so and so. And she was like, oh, they never tell me this. Sometimes she say, oh, Naomi, just do it and come. No, I'm not doing it. You get out of the office, off that chair, and come and do all these things. This is not about caregiving. This is wrong. Go get you a housekeeper. That's what a lot of these clients are doing, using this 4 hours and having Medicare to pay for it, to deep clean their house and to wash for the entire family. Okay? It's not your job. And you must sweep up outside the yard and all kinds of things. They're showing you windows to wash down. No. Stop using these 4 hours that's supposed to deal with your care or do your errands for you to deep clean your daughter's home where you live. This is not the caregiver job. She's not a maid and she's not a housekeeper. So please stop it. An agency, you all need to do better. You have been doing it and you still do it up today. You still doing it. I've heard stories. I've seen stories. I've worked at places where caregiver come in to relieve me for a few hours. And she was like, make sure I'm not going to be washing your clothes and washing the son clothes or the daughter clothes or whatever. I say, honey, you don't have to worry about that. You just come and sit with her. Our lunch is already fixed and everything. Just kind of companion care until I run and do my errands and I'll be back. Yes. So right away, I know that this caregiver has been through those things. Okay? All right. So we talk about that part. Still in the home with the caregiver. Caregivers, be careful of I'm looking at the time, the minutes, because I don't want to go over. I'm looking at I'm going to talk about these documents that agencies are giving you all to sign. Let me tell you something. If you can't read and write well, because they claim, the agencies too, not only the client, that caregivers are uneducated. So let me tell you something. If you know, I'm not saying you're uneducated. The agency, they play these games with you and they think you are uneducated. So what you do, take this document before you sign it. You have a right to get a copy of this document before you sign it. And you take it to an attorney and get them to look at it. If you don't have an attorney or you think you can't pay, because he'll do it for you for $50. It's like a consult. So, or $100. Or you must have a smart one in your family or a friend of the friend or whatever, but you really need someone who's going to be honest and break it down for you properly. Or if you don't want to do that, the best way to take it to is it's not the ministry, but the Department of Labor. Take it to the Department of Labor or the Workforce Center, whichever state you're in. Take it to the Workforce Center and they will read it to you and give you a understanding. Do not sign what you don't understand. Don't let them use the head, oh, I got to get it back in the office. No, they're supposed to give you a document and give you like a deadline when to return it back to their office. Do not sign this paper. And if you're working with a private client, do not sign this paper unless you get full clarification, full understanding of this document. Do not let them tell you or break it down what is on this document. Go and get an independent person who doesn't know your agency, doesn't know your client or anything, to explain to you honestly. And this is what the Labor Department is there for you to have a full understanding. And not only that, they will see and check it out to make sure that they are operating in the scope of the law. Okay? So bear in mind with that. And the reason why I'm saying this It has happened so many times, and there was one recently that I know of where the I was working in this house. This was a few years ago, not too long. I was working in this home, and there was a caregiver there who works there for 10 years, and she worked privately with the client. And there was a spot in the house, and she showed me, she said, do not, when you're walking here, be careful where you walk. Anywhere you hear squeak, don't step on there. She said, did you know I fell through the wood? She fell from the second floor and dropped down to the bottom floor. It's the house of three different floors. And she fell. She was on the second, and she fell and dropped straight in the kitchen on the floor, and she break her hip. And she lift up her clothes and show me the hip. Break her hip. She was in the hospital for a little while and stuff. You know, she's an older gal like myself. You know, we're in our 50s. Yes, she's an older gal, and she broke her hip. And you know what she said? She worked for them for 10 years. And when she told them, you know, to pay the doctor bill and whatever, guess what happened? When she told me, I almost fainted. Because she said these people they are very nice to me and everything. But she signed this document like 7 years ago. It's after she started working there, they gave her the paper to sign. When she broke her hip, they said she couldn't, they wouldn't pay for it. They would not pay for not even the hospital bill because she signed over her rights to them, so she cannot, they will not pay for nothing at all. Yes. She said she had to cry and cry and cry and cry, and the hospital was writing her with the bills. She wasn't working or anything. The only thing they do, they took her back when she was better to work. They continued to employ her, but she never get no compensation. Not even her hospital bills were paid. Are you hearing me? Be careful of the document you sign. And she said, I never know what in the document. I was just glad that I have a job. That's what she told me. I said, I understand. She said, I learned. She said, I learned from that. And she walked with a little, you know, a little limp because of the hip. She have a hell of a cut. Yes. So, with that being said, ladies, it's scary. Be careful. Please be careful. Be careful. I damaged my rotary cuff in my arm years ago. I didn't want to sue or anything like, I didn't want a surgery or anything because I don't like surgeries at all. Please. I hate it. So I know I have that to live with. I hear too much horror story about shoulder surgery, so I don't want to get into the horror stories. Yeah, I just put a patch on it when it start hurting me and I'm good. Or take a pain pill, that's good. I don't want nothing else. And just my Tylenol, nothing else, nothing stronger. So ladies and gentlemen, please get someone independent to read these documents. I beg you, please, I beg you. Yes. So I am going to go. So remember, guys, to wear your mask, wash your hands, social distancing. We are here to save lives and care for the elderly. I love you. Please share my channel. Okay? And I'll talk to you soon. Have a good weekend. Mwah.